Oscar and the Mooncats by Linda Jean Raymond, illustrated by Nicolette Cecilio. Oscar loved his boy. He also loved stinky cat food for breakfast and crunchy cat food for dinner. He loved his catnip mouse and his red pillow by the window. More than anything else, though, he loved to jump up to places where he could watch everything. One evening, while his boy helped with the dishes, Oscar hopped up on a chair, then to the table, and from there to the top of the refrigerator. "Come down before you get into trouble," said his boy. But the tall bookcase in the living room was just a leap or two away, so Oscar jumped from the fridge to the chandelier, and from the chandelier to the top of the bookcase. He blinked at his boy, who scolded, "Oscar, you're wild tonight. Come down." Oscar was feeling wild. When his boy went in for a bath, Oscar leaped from the bookcase to the windowsill, out the window to a tree, and from the tree to the very peak of the garage. "Wow," thought Oscar. "Look at it all." Oscar could see his boy in the bubble bath, the hop toads in the lettuce patch, the bumblebees in the roses. He could see the awful dog thing next door. Oscar could see up the street a little way. He could see down the street a little way. Then Oscar saw the crescent moon rising over town, its tip hanging just low enough. He wiggled back on his hunches, sprang into the mightiest leap of his life. And landed in a cloud of moon dust. Meow, meow, sliding down the slope of the moon were two of the biggest cats Oscar had ever seen. "Who are you?" asked Oscar, a little frightened. "Why, we're Mooncats. Who are you?" "I'm Oscar. I'm an Earth cat." The Mooncats looked at each other and smiled. "Do you like to play?" they asked. "Of course," he answered. They played hide and seek and chase the tail. They played pounce on the moon mountain and pretend there's a mouse. They played until Oscar flopped on his side, panting. "I'm hungry," Oscar said. "What is there to eat up here?" The Mooncats looked at each other and smiled. "We'll show you," said one. "You'll love it," said the other. Tails waving, they led Oscar to a moon crater filled with thick, sweet cream. "Where does this come from?" asked Oscar. "There's a cow who jumps over the moon," said the Mooncats. "She leaves it for us." Oscar bent his head to drink, but before he could take a sip, he heard something. It was faint but clear. "Oscar! Oscar, where are you?" "It's my boy," said Oscar. "What's a boy?" asked the Mooncat. "Have a drink," said the other. "I am awfully thirsty," said Oscar. "Just a quick drink, and then I'll go." He put out his tongue to taste. "Oscar! Come home, Oscar!" "There he is again," said Oscar. "I don't hear anything," said one Mooncat. "Have a drink," said the other. "Right," said Oscar. He bent to drink. "Don't!" shouted a deep voice. Oscar looked up into the face of a big spotted cow. "Bad Mooncats, shoo, scat!" The cow cow lowered her nose to Oscar's face and gently breathed in. "I thought I smelled an earth cat." "Why did you scare my friends away?" asked Oscar. His tiger fur stood on end. "Are they your friends?" replied the cow. "Those mooncats jumped here so long ago they've forgotten their people. And I'm no earth cow. If you drink this cream, your coat will grow pale and shine like silver, and your eyes will glow with the pearly moonlight. Your boy would never know you again." Come home, Oscar." "That's my boy," said Oscar. Oscar ran to the edge of the moon. The moon is much higher now. "Look, there is the city, and there is the countryside, and there is my town right between. There is the highway and the river. There is the street where I live. There is my house, and I can even see my boy. How will I ever get home?" "It's too far away, even for a jumping cat like you," agreed the cow. "I suppose you might as well drink some cream after all, and go play with the mooncats. What about my boy?" "He'll forget you in time," sighed the cow. "And you him. Good luck." The cow gathered herself and vaulted into the starry sky. But something very quick and tiger-striped sprang onto the back and clung for dear life. "What are you doing?" bellowed the cow. "That's not true," yelled Oscar. "My boy would never forget me." "Oh, little one," said the cow, "I don't head back to Earth. For me, it's Venus and beyond." "Then goodbye," said Oscar, and he let go. He tumbled through the night sky, twisting and falling as cats do, his paws outstretched, his claws at the ready. Oscar fell and fell, but he thought of his boy and looked for home. "There," he whispered, "there is the river, and there is our town. There is our street, and there's the roof. I can make it." Oscar landed with an awful bump, but he just shook himself and stretched. He smiled, thinking, "I may not be the first cat to jump up to the moon, but I bet I'm the first cat to jump back down." He scampered from the roof and ran to the porch where his boy stood in pajamas waiting. "There you are! Where on earth did you go?" Oscar blinked as if he hadn't been gone at all and led the way to the kitchen, where the boy poured a bowl of crunchy cat food and sat stroking Oscar until every morsel was gone. Then his boy led the way down the hall, and Oscar made one last jump onto the bed. He washed the moon dust off his paws and curled up tight. "Good night, Wild Oscar," said his boy. "I wish I knew where you had ran off to." But Oscar was already asleep, dreaming of his next big leap, and of always, always coming home. The end.